Nigga kill over a bitch, but let a rat keep his life.
The nice times that I've shared. So I don't think the beauty of life is rage baiting retards in my comments. But
y'all might not agree with what Buddy about to say to Piers Morgan, and it do kind of seem like a contradiction of certain things, but I wholeheartedly agree with him. Let's get into this.
you know, when I'm sat there and
what do you actually want your younger male followers to end up being like? It's a genuine question. Because in the Netflix show, what I saw was a guy who says, look, on the one hand, if I had a daughter who did OnlyFans, I'd disown her. And yet you are directly involved in promoting a load of women who are on OnlyFans, right?
You're a smart man, right? You wouldn't be in this position if you weren't a smart man. You can answer that question yourself. You know exactly why I'm promoting girls. I'm not even actively promoting any right now, but you know exactly why I'm doing it. You don't need to ask me that question. There you go. So why are you asking a question you already know?
No, I'm not.
It's a very, very easy answer.
You're missing my point, Harrison. I'm not disputing that you are making money or you're perfectly entitled to. I'm just curious why you would want to send a message to young men you're trying to be influential over, to the extent where you want them to part with money to be like you. And on the one hand, your message is OnlyFans is awful. These girls that do it are awful. But on the other hand, you're making money promoting them. It's hypocritical.
Look, I think OnlyFans girls can do what they want, you know. I'm not bothered. It's the same way I think people can be gay if they want. I'm not bothered. When it comes into my family, where I have control over the situation, that's where I'll dictate what happens. So it's a very valid point that I don't want my daughter to be on OnlyFans. I don't want my daughter to be in the red light district in Amsterdam. But if I went to Amsterdam and I was walking down and I saw a Colombian 9 out of 10, would I go in and visit? Well, depends how many drinks I'd had that night. But that doesn't mean I necessarily agree with it or would like that girl to be my daughter or would raise my daughter like that. Makes perfect sense.
And if you had a son who turned out to be gay, you would disown him, you said.
No, my actual life ambition, right, genuinely since young, is to grow up, make money, retire my mum, meet a nice girl from a good family, then have a gay child who fucks other guys. That's what I want. So I genuinely want that. I also want him to go out on the weekend and put makeup on and, dance around in the gay strips.
Listen,
no, I want that.
I can hear your fan base cheering you on. I know what you're doing. It's the double down, treble down. In fact, I saw some of your posts on social media before you did this interview. I'm going to own everything. I'm going to double down. I'm going to play that game. Fuentes did that a bit with me. And you know what I think?
Do you know what, bro? There's not a game.
By the way, I'm not your bro, Harrison. Call me Piers. I'll call you.
What, you don't want to be my bro?
I don't really want to be your bro, mainly because I have two bros of my own. One of whom was an army colonel, and one of whom is an excellent man as well. However, let me just ask you what you said in the documentary. You clearly actually would, by your own admission, disown a son who said they were gay. And yet your mother, you said, hates people that are racist, sexist, homophobic, and so on. Why be so brazenly homophobic if your own mother, who you clearly love and respect and care about, if she's so against that, why would you be so happy to be brazenly homophobic?
I wouldn't say I'm homophobic.
You would disown a child for being gay. That's about as homophobic as it gets.
That's your opinion, and in my opinion, that's not homophobic.
It's a fact of what homophobia is.
Okay.
What do you think homophobia is?
I think homophobia would be severely discriminating against gays. And I think that, maybe going around and bullying them or whatever could be considered homophobic.
You don't think
I don't really care what the definition is.
Bullying them because of their sexuality?
I'm not bullying them. I'm not bullying my child.
By disowning them?
It's not bullying.
What is it?
Definitely not bullying.
What would you call it? If you disown your own child for being gay, something they couldn't possibly
I'd call it good parenting. That's what I'd call it. I'd call it good parenting.
Really?
We clearly have different beliefs. I don't care what your belief is. If you grow up,
but
okay,
no, we don't actually.
you'll work your whole life.
We both come from the same belief, which is we were brought up by mothers who did not share this view. So actually, we're very similar. It's just you've taken a weird turn where your mother, who hates homophobia, has got a son who actually thinks it's perfectly okay to say you would disown your own child, your own son, if they said they were gay. And
Would you be happy if you raised your son and your son came out gay? Would you be happy, Piers? Would you be happy, Piers? If you had one child, one son, you wouldn't care?
No.
Okay, then that's your beliefs. Me and you have totally different beliefs.
Yeah, but
I know that you're trying to double down on this point.
Yeah, but Harrison, why do you think your belief does not constitute homophobia?
Piers, we can all have a push and a shove. You might not agree with some of my points. I don't agree with some things that you do and the way that you act.
That's fine.
And I don't need to go into them. But if you want me to, and you want this to turn into something that it doesn't need to be, then we can all have a push and a shove.
I'm genuinely interested in how you felt this Netflix show went and the things that Louis Theroux had you saying on camera. I'm genuinely curious what you think about the way people have responded to them. Honestly, that's all I care about. I'm not here to trap you. I'm not here to put words in your mouth. I'm not here to do any of that kind of thing. I'm very aware that your fan base, whatever happens between you and I, it doesn't matter. You will have owned me, killed me, crushed me, destroyed me. Let's just accept that's a given. Okay? That is how these interviews always go, whether it's Andrew Tate, Nick Fuentes, whoever.
Do you know what I don't like, Piers? Do you know what I don't like?
In a minute, it'll be the same thing. So I assume. Let me just tell your followers. Harrison HS Hstikkytokky has owned me, beaten me, defeated me. Okay,
listen. I respect guys, that have their own opinions, right? But I don't really respect, you trying to come on and say, oh, I'm homophobic and try and really push that point when I wouldn't say I'm homophobic at all.
I understand that, but I'm curious why you don't think disowning a child for being gay is homophobic.
What I do with my children is up to me. What I do with my children is up to me.
Of course.
Okay?
Of course.
I don't agree with you going to Epstein's Island and having freak-offs with Ghislaine Maxwell and the rest of them. But I don't need to bring it up because this is about misogyny and everything like this.
Harrison, Harrison.
I don't agree with that,
just
sir.
To be clear,
freak-offs on the island.
Yes, nor do I. And as is
Are you sure? Are you sure?
Do you want to keep doing this? You'll make yourself look very stupid.
Are you sure, Piers?
That I've never been to Jeffrey Epstein's island. I'm 100% positive. I never met the man, never went to his island. I met Ghislaine Maxwell for 5 minutes at a book launch. If you've got any supplementary
mentioned a lot of times. Mentioned a lot of times in there, sir.
I have no problem. You're not, I don't think, if I say this very respectfully, I don't think you're very well informed about things like that. Or you wouldn't go there because it's...
Why are you in the files?
Why don't you check the 27 references to me in the files?
Why are you in the files, sir? Very close to these types of people.
Go and check. And all your followers, you can. The great thing about the Epstein files, you can put somebody's name in, and you can
like to compare me to Tate and Myron and everyone else. So
Harrison,
because my name is close to them in the manosphere. But if I compare you to Epstein and Maxwell, you have a clear problem with it,
no problem.
Sir. You compare me to Myron and all the others in this homophobic, misogynistic, whatever world. I'm comparing you to Epstein then because you're in his files.
Harrison.
Exactly. Let's stop this.
You're making yourself look an even bigger idiot than you did on the Netflix show.
Oh, really? Really? Yes. To people like you, sir, I don't mind that. You make yourself look like an idiot every single day when your wife is at home posting pictures that you're out and she wants to get used like a toy by a big black man who is cleaning her car. Is that why you have a problem with me? Is that why you're pushing this homophobic narrative? Because I'm the big black man that shagged your wife while you are on holiday. Okay? We can all have a push and a shove, sir. Let's go back to talking about the documentary and less of the homophobia.
Do you know what? Here's what I think about you. I watched the documentary. I think you're a fucking idiot. I think you're a sexist, misogynist, homophobic twerp who got exposed in a global way by Netflix, by Louis Theroux, for what you are. You're a little half-wit, and you'll make your little followers
don't get rattled.
A little laugh
don't get
and everything
rattled.
else. But I don't see any point wasting. There's no point me wasting my time talking to you. Is there? What's the point?
Exactly. No, do you know what? Let's chill it down then, because what I just said There's 50 more things that we can have a stupid back and forth and try and one
No,
up
I
each
don't
other.
care. I don't
Just
care
talk
about
to
your
me
silly
normally.
insults.
Talk to me normally.
Talk
Talk to me normally.
I don't care about your silly insults.
But what do you mean you don't care? What do you mean you don't care? What I said is facts. I have a
care
picture of it.
less
I can
what
flip
you-
it around and show you right now.
I couldn't care less about your silly little insults. It's like a 2-year-old. Why would I care?
A 2-year-old. A 2-year-old. Listen, sir, I don't know why you come on and you talk like you're holier than thou. As soon as you're away,
All right,
who's this? Applications are open.
All right, let's just end
That's your
this,
ting, bro. That's your girl.
Let's end this, please.
Cooked.
You know what? I'm not doing this. Sorry, guys. It's pointless.
Hey, y'all. When a man say, these is my beliefs, the best thing for you to do is move along with the conversation. Because in so many words, what he told you was right or wrong. This is what I believe. Right or wrong, this is what I believe. My beliefs. Dudes don't even talk like that. So when you hear a man say that, it don't matter what you think. He gonna believe what he believe. Nah, some gonna say the streamer guy was wrong. I don't think so. People run around like the flimsy activity. They came up with letters and stuck them next to each other, and they made a community. They did all type of things that it's normal. But in real life, this ain't supposed to be normal. Motherfuckers is having kids, right? Watching their kids grow up, looking forward to being grandparents, looking forward to their legacy getting extended, even knowing that I ain't gonna be here, but my name's still gonna live on. You can't do that with two Steves humping on each other, nigga. And you ain't finna tell me that that's okay. So from one man to another one, I think his computer is computing. No, I ain't not homophobic. That's my kid. I raised him a certain way, and the nigga aborted the mission. We ain't going for that. It's like a soldier, and you got captains. When you do and step outside the order, oh hell no, we ain't going for that. It's like you having a kid and they on drugs. You do everything you can to help them. Send them to rehab, get them help, they get out, they do the same thing. We ain't your motherfucking mama. I'm a man, and you ain't finna look me in my face, and I'm raising a man. You just doing what you want to do, how you want to do it, when you want to do it. And I'm Pops. Oh, no, nigga. Disown it is. And I'm talking for the flimsiness. It's people that disown their kids for less than that because they didn't teach them that way. I can see if he talking about disowning this kid and he really ain't had no doings, no raising, and no guidance. That's a different story. But when you come with guidance and you doing this, and there's things on the outside of them doors that's a stronger influence, you know you gave it all you got. But somewhere them screws was loose, cross, different wires, I don't know. But it ain't for us to say, yeah, we going for that or have to accept it. It already ain't right. So what y'all telling us is accept everything that's wrong. Everything. We might as well just, anything bad, we should just accept it. Take it on in. And I know I'm going to have a lot of people comment on this video saying that I'm homophobic. I don't care. I'm telling you that right now. And I have no problem with y'all. Y'all do what y'all want to do. I don't think about y'all. But since this topic is here, and Piers Morgan basically is trying to bait him into being canceled with this conversation he having. He know what he doing. When really, it's a lot more to talk about instead of this. what that man believes is what he believes. It's time to move this conversation along. You just doing that because you accept what you accept, and you trying to get that nigga canceled. I know what you doing, nigga. But y'all leave a comment. Y'all let me know what y'all think. You heard what I think. I'm not changing what I think. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. I'll be back with another one.